matchup on tap between the London Monarchs and the Salt Lake City Elks. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
We play to win. Let's go.
Ready? 18, Gator.
40's Mike. I got it. Shit.
Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
60 yards.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check. Fresno. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Blue draw Corkers.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Crunch. Check 26.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Check. Fair. Snap.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 11. He completes it to Henry. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Being chased out left. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Allen to throw it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His 1st catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, you have to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you that. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rock it.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And a give this time to the tailback. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On play action, Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Team showed up. Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check
3. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Right back to him on first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's
80 weapon.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
2nd and 4. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
132 fighter. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And caught by Henry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown for days.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they try the right side here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Tight. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A beautiful spin and room to run. This way down deep into enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are back within a single score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
But that's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might... Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a handoff looking right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
64, weak.
And to give this time to the tailback. And now the ball. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now they try the right side here. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Watch out. Alert, alert, alert. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
You draw quarter.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, check round 80. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Come on, D. Let's go. Motion, motion, motion.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. Call that a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now this throw caught left side. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. He'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Now back to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try to counter with Washington. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to get a score back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Slam.
Pass.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go right here.
Mike 50. Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, defense, let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go. 60 or. Check 24,
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.